I'm Amby Watson. My husband and I are the worship leaders at Waycross First Assembly. We have 2 children, a 14-year-old son and an 11-year-old daughter. I work at Valdosta State University as a college professor, and I help Shane run Shameby Solutions, and we have a flight school in Waycross, and I do social media and all the other hats that I wear.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you. Did you leave anything out?
Probably.
My name is Dorothea Boatwright. A lot of people call me Thea, so you might hear both. I am married to Thomas Boatwright, and we've been living here in Waycross, 17 years. So I met him in 2012, and we have 2 boys, David and Jonathan. I also work at Waycross First Assembly. I'm in charge of the children's ministry there and have been there 17 years actually, and so absolutely love it. Most people would not believe this, but I was actually born in France. Most people are like, no, you're kidding because you don't sound French. Correct, because I grew up in the States most of my life. My parents were missionaries. We went back and forth, but for me, we basically resided here in the States, and so I don't have that thick accent that my mother does. Absolutely love doing life in Waycross. This has become my home. I grew up in the Atlanta area, but then God called me somewhere else, and here I am, and I have started a family and absolutely love it. I am involved with Lighthouse Christian Academy in Hoboken. That is where both my boys attend school, and I'm so thankful for that opportunity. And I think that's about it. I don't have as many hats as you do, but just thankful to do ministry within a church, in the community, and then of course at the school, and just again ministering to all the different ages around us.
So when they opened up, the first year it was husband and wife, the second year it was relatives, and then when they said this year it was church members, I knew Thea and
this was it.
We're it. And so Thea and I became best friends really through COVID. Shane and I had just started as the worship pastors. We'd been going for a while, but we had just started as the worship pastors, and so when the pandemic hit, we had to really get creative in helping our members feel connected and make them feel like they weren't alone. And so through that, Thea and I talked
a lot,
almost every day. It probably was every day, coming up with creative ideas and making silly videos and doing stuff like that. And then through that, we started sharing, hey, this is real fear that I'm dealing with, because things were really scary during the pandemic, and we prayed for each other and encouraged each other, and the next thing we knew,
we were best friends.
Beautiful friendship was born.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, for one, Amby is the one that inspired me to do this. She has shared about what the Grace Race does and how it benefits Quarter 3, and last year especially when you were involved in the whole process, and so she was like, hey, we should be a team because we would be super fun together. And so that's kind of, we have a big passion for helping and for supporting wonderful ministries, and so that's kind of why we jumped on board together.
Yes, and Thea and I, we work at the same church. We are best friends. We do life together. And we just really kind of wanted to give the community the opportunity to see what our pastor and youth pastor deal with every week. So here we go.
Yeah.
Oh man, 3 words to describe us. We're very funny.
We are, but that's 2 words. Very funny.
Very funny. We are funny. We're energetic.
Yes.
I feel like we're both very creative.
We are very creative.
Yeah.
That'd be 3.
That would be 3.
We are very honest.
We are very honest, almost to a fault. But we are not sugarcoating friends.
No.
Like, Thea and I are very much, we call it how we see it. I mean, we are who we are, and we will call that out in each other.
Yeah.
And there are times when one of us is wrong in daily life, when dealing with our spouses or our kids or in the workplace, and we call truth out, and we're not afraid to say, hey, you're not right in this situation, and we need to pray about this.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I mean, there have been multiple times we do life together. It's not just because we work together, but we are such close friends, and I see that a lot. You know, we laugh together, we pray together, we cry together, but we also correct each other if we see, something that doesn't align with God's word and what God tells us to do. So for me, I have seen generational faith passed down through my grandfather, who was in ministry. He was an evangelist, traveled all around the world, to then my father living that same legacy and being a missionary overseas, to then now myself, even my brother, being in ministry and just now being able to even pass that on down to my children. And so, so thankful for that, passing that baton and how important that is as we walk out this life that God has set before us. It's not just for me, it's for generations to come.
It's interesting you said that about your grandfather, because the same started for me. My grandfather was a pastor of a church, so I'm a preacher's grandkid. And so now having that legacy, how I was raised in church, has allowed me to create a foundation for my own family. And with Thea, she posts a lot about like the kids ministry, what's going on in the kids room and stuff like that. And over the years, I've been able to see those pictures and videos and seeing my kids at the altar praying, right, or my daughter on stage leading worship, following in our footstep. It's that we are passing it on to the next generation, so that our children and our children's children can walk in that inheritance.
So I think shared interest is kind of like what we've already shared. We both have a passion for helping the community, seeing people come to Christ, and then also I believe that both of us are really passionate not only in that, but in fundraising, in supporting these different organizations, these different ministries that are doing just this. And so I think that that's a big thing for both of us. Our heart is ministry, but also not just supporting it, and what we can do or praying for that, but also with our finances and finding people that will partner with us.
Yes. And we are both avid coffee drinkers, so we have plenty of energy to make it through the races.
We do. I see it in multiple ways, in the fact that first and foremost is we go and we start fundraising and finding people to connect with that will support what we're doing. There might be times that we might get discouraged and say, wow, we've sent all these letters or we've contacted all these people and we've not really gotten responses back. And so holding on to that truth that we know that we just have to run this race. We just have to keep persevering, and we know that God's going to be faithful and whatever that looks like. And in the same way, the physical part of it, I am obviously not super fit, and so I am trusting the Lord that no matter what challenges we are faced with, that my body will not fall apart.
So Shane and I, we write a lot of songs. Shane is my husband, in case you don't know that. We write a lot of songs, and so several years ago, I'm probably 15, 20 years ago, Shane wrote a song that talks about finishing well. And so I keep being reminded of that as we're preparing for the Grace Race, that it doesn't matter if we finish first. It doesn't matter if we raise the most money. It doesn't matter if we're first in every leg of the race. Everything that we do, every bit of money that we bring in, every bit of exposure that we bring to Court of Three, that is eternal.
That's
and
right.
The eternal difference is what makes the difference for Court of Three. I mean, we are going to win.
That's right.
We are going on a cruise, but you can edit that part out. Yeah, so eternal. We're on an eternal kingdom mindset.
Yeah.
Running the race with Christ as our guide and inspiration, to me, it means that I don't have to do it by myself. I don't have to be the one in control. I don't have to have all the answers. It's kind of like a GPS. I don't see where that final destination is, but I just see the next right turn, the next right thing that I'm supposed to do. And so ultimately it's trusting Him to be my guide and knowing that His ways are higher than mine, His thoughts are higher than mine, and that really takes a lot of pressure off of us when we allow the Lord to truly have full control of our lives.
Yeah, and His strength, like the race that we live and the race that we run throughout our life, it's not only our God, it's understanding that He is 100% our strength. I can't do this.
That's right.
I can't run this race of life without Him. I don't know how people do it without Him, because He is truly my source. He's my energy. He is my absolute, probably better than coffee kind of thing. And so when we look at that, like that's what keeps me going. Getting into His Word. I mean, both of our families, we've talked about it before as a staff at the church, is the importance of taking that time with the Lord. And so obviously, personally, we've seen it with our families. I have 2 young boys, and we sit down because I want that to be a priority for them at a young age, is for them to understand the importance of having that faith walk. It's not just saying a prayer and boom, my life is going to be okay, but it's continually seeking the Lord, continually growing in Him. And so that affects my life greatly. I also recognize that in times when I allow something to take the place of that, or I get busy, I recognize how much it drastically affects my life and the decisions that I have to make and the responses that I have, even to other people. So just that importance of walking with him every day so that what is coming out of me is the Lord.
And I think for my family, along with that, my kids are a little bit older than yours, so we're very open with our children about different struggles that we're dealing with and talking to them about choices that we're making and why we're making those choices, because we have a 11-year-old and a 14-year-old, so adulthood is right around the corner, especially for our 14-year-old. So we're trying to be more proactive in saying, hey, here is a real life adult situation. Here's how we're handling it. And this is what we're praying specifically for the Lord to do. That way, one, they're seeing how we handle issues and how we run to God with our issues. But two, they also see those answered prayers.
That's right.
Even when those answered prayers aren't how we want them answered.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for all the content that we're going to give you guys. Like we've talked about different ideas and stuff and different ways that we want to promote our team, but also promoting Court of Three through that. And we've got some really fun things planned. I'm really excited about just
being us.
Being us, yes, being us. That we are what you see. This is what you get. So
this is it daily. I think, or I hope, I guess, that through this people will see the excitement in participating. So not only seeing the importance of what Court of Three does and getting that name out there into the community, but also realizing what an impact this particular event has on Court of Three. And so with that, just like, hey, you can have fun while raising money, while just being yourselves. And so that's what I hope to kind of share.
Yeah, I think so too. And I've had the opportunity to help plan different legs of the race over the last few years. So I'm excited to be on this side of it and not know what's going on, which is also a little scary because I know the kind of things that they plan. But yes, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the challenges and to see what we're going to face and how we're going to overcome those things.
Yes.
So I have watched and participated in the past 2 years, and I think the most memorable for me was that pilot from Frontline Aviation. He was very handsome. He's my husband. I just kind of left that there. He's my husband.
So Ambi actually sent me several last year, and so I watched them, and I think the one that stuck out the most to me was when they had to eat the ice cream. Was it out of like a hat or something?
Yes.
And I remember texting Ambi and thinking, I cannot.
I'm out.
we are out. Like, I love ice cream and I love food, but to that quantity, you know.
Rumor has it the teams from last year still do not eat ice cream to this day.
And that would ruin me.
Yes.
Like that's
so I'm very mad.
That was something. I mean, we laughed at several different ones, yes, but I think that was the one that really stuck out to me.
And I think Robbie and this was the first year, Robbie having to catch the chicken that at Hooves to Freedom. That was pretty funny. Our message for the other teams:
we're praying for you.
We are praying for you,
yes,
but we are not playing for you. We are here to win.